Hey guys, welcome back to Marketing Fundas Global. In this video, I'm going to talk about Google Ads conversion tracking with dynamic values. Well guys, dynamic values helps you track your product's exact pricing, right? When you are using ordinary conversion tracking, you get the default conversion value. Let's say you have added $10 as a default conversion value. And whenever you get a conversion, Google Ads will count it as a one conversion and it will give it a default value which is $10, whether the product is for $100 or maybe $1,000. But as you have given the default value which is $10, then it is very obvious that your ordinary conversion track it as a $10 sale only, right? But when you add dynamic values into your conversion tracking, then you can track different types of values. Let's say you have three products. The first one is around $10, the second one is around $50, and the third one is around $100, right? So you have three products listed into your site and you want to track each and every conversion. Now you are using dynamic values. That means your Google Ads will track each and every sale with the exact value, with the exact amount on which you are selling the product, right? Let's say you get three sales and each of uh, the product in your store has been sold one time, which means that your $10 product has been sold one time and your $50 product has been sold one time and your $100 product has been sold one time. So your total conversions will be 3 and your total conversion value will be $160, right? Because $10, $50 and $100. But when you do ordinary conversion tracking, there you'll be able to see three conversions, but the conversion value will be set as default. Let's say you have added your conversion value $10, right? This is the default value, and then the conversion value will be only $30, right? It will count three times that same particular default value, right? So this is the basic difference between ordinary conversion tracking and the conversion tracking with dynamic values. Now let's get into our Google Ads dashboard and learn about it more. So guys, we are into our tag manager right now because we are going to use tag manager. We'll be going to use data layer concept here. We'll be firing few tags. We'll be using variables. So all of these will be going to teach you properly. You don't have to worry about it. Let's go to our Google Ads account and create one tag, right? So let's click on tools and settings and in click on conversions. And now we are going to create a purchase conversion, right? So as you can see here, we are into the summary here. As you can see here, we do have already conversion purchase conversions here, right? So we have already created few purchase conversions, but let's just create a new one. Let's create click on new conversion. Let's click on website, and here we have to add the website URL. Let's copy this and paste it here. Now hit the scan button. Now it is scanning and we have to manually set the conversion, right? Now so click on the recommended one, hit the apply, and now scroll a little bit down, and now we have to manually set the action, right? As you can see here, this says create conversion action manually using code, right? So let's click on add a conversion action manually. Now here first we have to set the goal. Obviously purchase is our goal. Then we have to name this conversion. Let's add purchase dynamic and value testing, right? So this is the demo conversion. That's why I'm adding demo as well, so that I can find out the demo conversion, right? Now here we have to set the value. Now it is asking that whatever the conversion you get, do you want to use the same value or you want to add a different value for each conversion, right? And the third one is don't use a value for this conversion action. although this is not recommended and we are not going to use this one, right? So we are going to use this second one, because if we select this first one and if we get two conversions, let's say our product is worth $10, right? And if we get two conversions, we'll get $20 of conversion value. But as you can know, as you know that we have multiple products in our e-commerce website and we need to track every product's proper pricing, exact pricing, right? There are thousands of products and they have different costings, they have different pricings, right? So we need to track those pricings properly, right? So this option, the second one, would be the perfect for us, right? So let's choose the second one. And now if you want to learn about these value more properly, you can check out our previous videos. Now let's scroll a little bit down, and count will be using every, and click through, it is totally up to you that what you want to set your click through window. You can change it according to your preference, right? Now hit the set button. Now just click on save and continue. Now here we'll be getting a conversion ID, right? So we are going to use tag manager. We here we have conversion ID and here we have conversion value as well, which basically purchase dynamic value, right? Now let's go to our tag manager, right? uh, let's copy the conversion ID. I am pressing Ctrl C. Now in tag manager, let's go to tags, let's fire one tag, click on new. Let's name this tag dynamic purchase value testing, right? And demo in bracket. Done. Now let's add a tag here. Simply click on conversion tracking. Now here we have to add conversion ID, as we have already copied it. Then we have to add conversion label. So basically the conversion label is this is the value, right? So we have to copy this and paste it here, right? Now we have conversion value, transaction ID and currency code. So how we will get these three things, right? For that we have to go to our website and we need to install one plugin, right? So that we can create data layers, right? As I told you that we are going to use data layers concept here. Now let's go to our website. So here it is. We are on the WordPress backend of our website, right? Now we are going to install one plugin. We are using WordPress, so we are going to use a WordPress plugin. Basically the plugin is directly from Google. We just have to install Google Tag Manager for WP, right? We have already installed here, right? And you just have to install that plugin and activate it. Then you just have to connect the plugin and the tag manager, right? Now let's go to Google Tag Manager in settings, because we have already installed it, right? Once it's installed, you'll be able to see this in the settings option, right? Now scroll a little bit down here, and here we have to connect our tag manager, right, with our plugin, with this plugin. So we have to add the tag manager ID here. This is the tag manager ID. Click on this, and here this is the tag manager ID. Let's just copy this, right? This is the code GTMT's TM, right? Just copy and paste it here. Now once you enter the manager ID, tag manager ID here, now you have to go to integrations and you will be able to see the option track uh, enhance e-commerce. You have to check this and scroll here, and this box should also be checked, right? Google Ads remarketing, right? So basically this helps you to create dynamic remarketing, right? Basically, this adds the variable into your data layers, right? Now let's go back to our tag manager here. As you can see, we need to add these data here, right? Now let's go back here and save the changes button, because we have checked the boxes, right? Now what you have to do is you just have to fire the code. So let's fire the code in that particular page, right? So that we can get these datas, right? We need conversion value, transaction id, country, currency code, right? So where we will get these values. So for that, let's add a plugin here, because not a plugin, this is an extension. As you can see, this is a data layer checker, right? This will help you to get those datas, right? Those three datas, right? You just have to use this on your website, right? And you'll be able to see these data layers, right? And overall we will fire this tag in the thank you page, because we need to track the pricing of the product, right? So let's go to our website now so that we can find out the data layers. Now let's simply open our website. Now let's buy a product, because we do have the access to this site. So we are just making a demo purchase here, and as you can see, the data layer data is has been here. Right now let's purchase the product so that we can get the data layer data. Right now simply click on proceed to checkout. Now here we have to add the details. I'm just adding the demo details. Let's add testing, last name testing again, and let me add the, yeah, just the data details, right? Again testing here. Let me change few things. Testing, yeah, now it's fine. Done. Now cash on delivery is set already. We don't have to do here anything. Now let's just click on place order. No thanks. Now the order is being placed. Yeah, as you can see here, the product, sorry, the order has been placed. Now we have to simply check that the plugin which we have applied into our website, that is working or not, right? So let's simply click on preview, and in preview mode let's create a purchase. Basically let's preview the URL and click. Now as you can see here, now in the debug mode you'll be able to see the variables, and let's test the let's do one more demo purchase here in the debug mode. It is taking time to go to the cart. Now let's directly redirect to the add to cart. Now as you can see here, we do have one product and the price is this. Now let's click on proceed to checkout, right? And make sure you are doing this on debug mode, right? Now let's do one more demo purchase, right? All the details has been already added here, right? Let me add testing in the notes as well. Now hit the place order button. Oh, it is asking billing status. Oh, let me add Delhi here. Place order. Now as you can see, the order has been placed. Now click on finish in the tag assist. Now hit the continue button. Now let's see that how many tags have been fired, right? Now as you can see here, tags fired, now it is showing tags fired, GA4 has been fired, conversion linker, then uh, GA4 purchase, GA4 checkout. So these are the tags has been fired. Now we have to check basically variables and data layers. So in data layers, you will be able to see all those three datas here, right? So as you can see here, all those codes has been fired here. And why it is happening? Because we are using the plugin. We have taking the help of those that plugin, right? Which is GA4 tag manager for WP, right? So if I click here, as you can see here, from e-commerce currency code we get, ID get, and purchase we get, right? So these are the main, these three things which we need in e-commerce, right? So this is totally because of that plugin, right? Now what we do, what we have to do is you just have to go back to tag manager, and in this dynamic conversion basically which we was creating, now we have to add the conversion value here and transaction ID and currency code, right? So here we will get those data, right? Generally you can check out that data, but we have already told you the alternative as well, which is the extension, which is the Chrome extension, which is data layer checker. And when you use this data layer checker, you will be able to see the same details over here as well, right? So I have told you two ways to find out that data layer codes basically, right? So let's go back. In tag manager we have to add that data, right? Now simply let's just copy the data and paste it here one by one, right? Now so there's one more thing. As you can see here, we can check the revenue and the product pricing as well here, right? That what was the product price of that particular product. As you can see, the price of that product is 7686, and the total revenue including taxes, the amount is 8455, right? So you can track the basically the revenue and pricing as well, but the data we need is basically the purchase ID, purchase code, currency code, and the ID, right? So let's use these data here: conversion value, transaction ID, and currency code. Let's add conversion value here. Simply go to tag assistant, or you can check the same thing in your data layer checker as well, which is the Chrome extension, right? You can use this tool either, or you can check the tag assistant, right? So let's just copy it, and you can just paste it there, right? Now just simply copy, and we are not to directly going to paste it here, we are going to create a variable first, right? So that as you can see here, the tags we are seeing here, for that, for these data we have to create variables, right? So to create a variable we have to go to Google Tag Manager, click on variables, and the thing which I have already shown you here, and you can use this data to create variables, right? You just have to click here, and in currency copy, just as you can see here, e-commerce dot currency code, copy it, and in Google Tag Manager you have to use this data in variables. Click on configure. As you can see here, in variables, let's create one new variable. Scroll a little bit down, click on new variable configuration, and here we'll be able to see data layer variables, right? Add that layer, currency code, right? E-commerce dot currency code. You can name this data layer variable as well. So I'm just copying and pasting here, currency code variable demo, right? So that it can be cleared, right? That's why I've named this variable demo. Now as you can see, uh, one variable is created. Now we need to create one more. Now click on again, and here we are going to add the variable for currency code, right? Let's go back to the site, click on data layers, and now we need two ID and the currency code, right? Let me find it out. Or if you want to use tag manager, you can get the same data here as well, right? So this is totally up to you which option you want to go with, right? So I'll be going to the website again and enable data checker, click on this and select, let's purchase one, right? E-commerce dot purchase, right? Copy this, copy the key, yes, copy key. Now go to our tag manager in variable, let's paste it here, right? Now name this, uh, let me add purchase variable demo, right? Now hit the save button. Now it has been also done. Now we need the third one, right, which is for the ID. Now let's add product ID variable and let's configure it. Click on data layer variable. Now again go back to our website, click on the extension. Now simply we have to find out the product layer ID, right? So let me find it. Yeah, as you can see here, just copy it. As you can see here, e-commerce product, right? So if you know already that these data can be used for remarketing, right? To create dynamic remarketing and all, right? That's why, because if you have seen the previous videos, I have already shown you these things, right? Let's click on e-commerce dot product ID. Now copy the, as you can see here, e-commerce ecom dot prod ID, hit the save button. Now as you can see, three oops, I've missed the demo, so that we can find out after this video, right? As you can see, three demo variables has been added here. Now simply we have to create a tag, basically a trigger, right? Now let's create one trigger. Click on triggers, click new. Now click on trigger configuration, but let me just name this trigger purchase trigger and then demo, right? Now let's configure the trigger. Simply we have to add a variable which the ID we get, and where we will get that ID, you have to go to the debug mode again. Now let's, in trigger configuration, let's select custom event, and we have to name the event. Go to variables, this is the custom event which we have to add. Copy this, control C and paste it here, and once it's done, hit the save button, right? Now trigger has been created. Now simply the tag which we were creating, it will become more easier now, right? Now click on variables, we have already set the variables, we have already set the triggers. Now we can easily track the values, right? Now let's continue the process. Now we were firing the tag. Now simply click on this, and we have to select the variable now, because we have already created those variables, those demo variables. Now we have to select these variables here, right? As you can see here, we do have created three. As you can see, product ID, purchase variable, right, and the value, right? So we have to select it one by one. Now let's just select simply these. So let me just select purchase variable. Now let me add transaction ID, product ID basically. As you can see here, we have entered it. Then let just leave the currency code here. Now let's select the trigger which we have created, right? Purchase trigger demo we just created. Now simply hit the save button, and now click on preview, connect. Now let's test that thank you page in the preview mode, right? Let's do one more demo purchase. If you uh, simply, whatever you do is, right, just click on the purchase button and you'll be able to track all the things, right? This is the simple process. I hope you understood the process. Let me just showing you. As you can see here, all the data has been added here. Testing 01, and click on place order, right? The order is being placed. Oops, again we left the state Delhi. Now place order. Now as you can see, our order has been placed. We are in the thank you page. Now let's click on finish in tag assistant. Now you'll be able to see connected, right? Now the app which we have created right now, so the data has been tracked or not, all the things have been fired or not. Let's hit the continue button and check it out. Now as you can see, the tag which we were created, as you can see here, dynamic purchase value testing, has been fired now, right? Now in the extension, let's in Google let's hit the demo done button, and the conversion which you, sorry, basically the conversion which you have created for to dynamic value testing, basically to track the dynamic value, you will be able to see all the conversions and conversion value here, right? So here you'll be able to see all basically total conversion value, right? And the dynamic value basically, right? Let's say you have multiple products, so you'll be able to track all the values here, right? So I hope you understood the process. I hope you like the process.